Balboa, the champ, made it to the top. Go Adrian! Ride the tiger. Get to the top though. It's a pretty epic spot. Get the fire pit fired up a little bit. It's been raining since I've been up here. But I came from all the way down yonder. Sitting in a little canyon. Waterfall. Driftwood. There's your driftwood collection though. I forgot to get a fork, so I had to use sticks. But then I learned how to use my phone. These girls are going to jump off in the fun pool. It's rock down there, it's really cool. A water park. A lake like that. Time to do some dishes. Yeah. You can just throw your silverware right in the creek. You know why? Because it's part of nature. And all the stuff that I just threw in the water is part of nature too. It's fish food. It's a cool place, so lunchtime's over. After lunch swim here in the little swimming hole. Chilly. Couldn't just walk right in, had to jump in. But it's a cool little swimming hole. Glad the sun's out right now. If the sun wasn't out, I wasn't gonna get jumping in. I looked up, no clouds, we're good. This is where the hot water comes from. Come right out of the rock, right underneath the road, into this pool. Did y'all pay your hot water bill? Yes, sir. These guys are just camped down the road here, 2 miles. He said it was 6 months to get a spot. What cool pools. That's for sure. There's another pool down here. When you know where the good spots to eat are. Cow, Groove, and Barbecue. Here at Gunnison River Pleasure Park, they have the boating, fishing, kind of all the outdoor activities right here. But this is the Gunnison River. This is actually the split between the Gunnison River. This one comes into this valley and that one comes out of that valley. But this is Cottonwood Campground on the other side here. And so I rode a dirt bike up and across that ridge and all the way down yonder. It kind of looks like that one off in the distance, but a little cooler. But yeah, I was sitting here and I noticed these old cars are still sitting here waiting to get worked on. And I imagine those things are like 50s, 40s, somewhere in there. That's cool. cave. This is a little shelter here I found myself in. I'm just sitting here looking after coming up this little hike here. Couldn't help but notice the layers of colors in the rock. Like so, right up here at the top, you have this white layer mixed in with this red layer. And then all the way down the cliff here, just the different big lines. They all just tell a different time. It's like, it's right, the story's right in front of you. You just don't know how to read it. It's cool. There's another little cave right over here. Well, I guess it's just a little indentation. We're not walking there. If I could fly, I'd go. But yeah, this is my little campsite. Found somebody's home. You don't want to go in there. Things live in there. Let's go. It looks like it just goes underneath the road. It's probably water runoff or something. So that's where the gold would be, is right there somewhere. I didn't bring my gold pan this trip, idiot. Look at that quartz rock right there. Oh yeah, where'd you go? Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, it's definitely a cool round rock. Quartz rock. I'm gonna keep that one. You could spend days walking trail here. So it comes right down through there. And then it comes over here and then it switchbacks right down that spillway, it almost looks like. And then there's another trail right along that ridge line. It goes all the way down and around out to there. And then you can look out through the valley. I don't think I'm gonna walk that far. I just want to walk down to these things here. This is scary. Right on the edge. Right on the edge. Got some new rocks, though. Somebody buried their treasure right here. Yep. It's right there. That's where the money's at. Found it. Here's me fooling around out in the wild. Natural sounds. I'm a genius. The lake, 10,230 feet. A lot lower than it was the last time. There's Wheeler Peak. Oh, off the front house. This is all the gear I brought up. A little stove, some sugar, tuna. I brought sticks because I already brought a pack, and I have fire starter, tree sap, a couple bottles of water, and I got some misty mint tea and Earl Grey black tea. Wheeler Peak though. Just out here by myself. Nobody likes this place, it looks like. Made it to the mountains. There's a little hot springs just outside of Yosemite, Mammoth. Yosemite's probably about an hour up the road, maybe. Yeah, somewhere in there. By the time you get through Levine and everything, for sure. The Basin Cafe. A little outdoor seating, a little indoor seating. I like these things. These things like feel like fur on an animal, and it smells good. it's like it's ready to just fall that way any minute. Well, that looks like the end of the trail. All snow capped in. Oh, switchback. Never mind. Never mind. It's right there the whole time. But yeah, it's a pretty decent hike up to there. About halfway, I would say. The steep part's coming soon, I think. But yeah, it's moon's out, sun's going down. We're in the shadow of the mountain. This is where it erupted. It was in 1914 when it first erupted. And then in 1915, it erupted again a year later. It's a hot one today here in Yosemite. I just took a hike to get up to here, but it's cool. That's my favorite viewpoint, right up top of that hill. Hill, that's a mountain. Definitely worth the view. I'm gonna have 2 drumsticks. Maybe this stick. Nope. That's cool. It's like almost like it's hollow, but it's so solid that it makes different sounds. That's cool though. Other funny thing is if you look at that, they're peppered everywhere. This is like the most dangerous place to sit. Because fucking falling rocks. All these rocks came from up there. So when you're hanging out here, somebody might throw a rock, or a rock might just decide to fall. Knock you out of this world. Huh, Tyler?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful view of the Sierras. It's a cool rock. I wonder if it's iron. We can mule a bunch of this rock out and we can melt the new bike.
Right.
Up here at Mount Whitney, took a little ride up to the top of the trailhead and back down. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Well, ditching a bunch of rocks. This badass quartz one right here. This one was heavy. It's cool. Volcanic. Another volcanic. Got that one Crater Lake. Or Lunar Crater. This one was cool. This one comes from Nevada. I'm not sure. Volcanic rock. It's a cool green rock. Yep.
Did you bring it?
You gotta leave all these here.
1, 2, 3 dudes.
This one was cool. I got that one in Nevada.
There's Brett's.
This was my pumice rock. Super light, super light. I'll take that one. I'm gonna leave all these guys here. Too much weight. What a dump. $30 camping. That's what they wanted at a campground right down the road. I found this place. It's free. Down here at Spring Creek, Colorado campground. Just outside of Taylor Lake. What are you doing, Kevin?
I think something's been working in here for these little white berries off there. Look, it goes off over that way into the woods.
Hey, you know what bears eat?
Shit. No.
Berries. This is our camp. Coming down the trail. Got some white sage. Some aspen trees. And then GS Giant camp. Coolers tonight. Here in the Rockies. Here's our camp. There's a fire starter. Here's Dan loading up his bike. Here's Kevin's bike. We changed the tire on that tonight. There's my stuff. Mine out by the road. Kevin, he got a nice little tent over there. Half his stuff's outside. There's my tent. And Dan, what do you got over here? You got a little garage and everything. Oh, look at all this stuff spread out in there. You don't have to carry that inside, but it ain't gonna be all wet in the morning. How was your ride today, Kit Dan?
It was good, Clay, till it got too bony.
It got hard, huh?
It was too hard for me. It's too rough.
It's called the Rockies for a reason.